Welcome, 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 everyone. Again, thank you so much for joining us today. We've done a few Hawaii trainings lately, so this isn't Hawaii one-on-one. We're assuming you already know a lot of the islands, and you probably sold a few trips already. So our goal today is going to be really simple. We want to help you identify what the right island is for your client faster. We want to pair it to the right property and ultimately help you close those Hawaii bookings with a lot more confidence. My name is Anna. Again, I'm the product manager for Hawaii at UJV. And I am so happy, like I was saying, to have Dana with us today. She's one of our top destination specialists and a sales lead for UJV. And she used to live in Hawaii earlier in her life. So she was also part of last year's Hawaii fam trip. And during these fam trips, we visit properties, we meet with partners, we test some of the experiences that we offer. And we gather a lot of those little details that don't always make it into the website. So today we're sharing just little shortcuts we use when building, Hawaii itineraries on an everyday basis. What we'll cover, since we've discussed the island's personalities in the previous webinar, we won't be covering that again today. Instead, we're going to focus on helping you sell Hawaii faster and with hopefully with greater confidence. We'll explore different, client types, recommended island combinations, some of our favorite ones, and really where each property fits within these island combinations. Um, and why the Big Island deserves more attention that is currently receiving, and why is it one of our favorite islands to book here at UJV. So Hawaii is moving. This is my favorite slide on all of the presentation. Hawaii is currently our fastest growing destination, up over 70% year to date. I think as of today is actually closer to 80%. So that tells me two things. Advisors are selling it and clients are responding to it. Hawaii is having a moment right now, especially in the luxury end, and we're here for it. So before we dive into the itineraries, I just want to have a super quick geography visual for you. These are the five islands we'll be discussing throughout the session today. We're not going to spend a lot of time on the island's personalities or what each island has to offer, or any type of destination overview. We're going to focus on how our team matches the right island and the property to each client. So when someone asks me about Hawaii, I don't start with the hotel or the island. I start with the client. Who are they? What do they want? And then we choose the island. And then we choose the property. If you reverse that order, Hawaii can get a little bit harder. So it's always good to keep that in mind. Okay, so moving on to start with the client. This is probably the most important slide on the whole presentation. When someone says, I want Hawaii, my next question is usually, who is traveling and not which island? So you can ask yourself, are they a couple? And if they're a couple, are they an active couple or do they want relaxation? Are they a family? Do they have young children versus teenagers? Is this a multi-generational trip, for example? Is this a honeymoon? Is it a first-time visitor? Is it a repeat visitor? The same destination can look completely different depending on who the trip is for. So, starting with couples, milestone couples, and honeymoons. The trip the clients will remember, the privacy, the drama, the slow days. When I think about couples in Hawaii, I'm usually looking at three things: privacy, atmosphere, and experience. For wellness-focused couples or a milestone trip, for example, for a wow moment, I love One Hotel Hanalei Bay. For those couples who want scenery and a quieter side of Maui, I absolutely recommend the Ritz-Carlton Kapalua. It's a great fit. And it's actually one of my favorite recommendations for the clients who value nature, hiking, golf as well, and just a more relaxed atmosphere than Wailea overall. And then on the Wailea side, I also love Andas for couples. It has a more contemporary feel to it. It has a fantastic beachfront location, and it tends to appeal to couples looking for a more vibrant luxury experience, busier couples, It has great dining, shopping, easy access to everything Wailea has to offer in general. And if they're celebrating something special and they want total exclusivity, Four Seasons Lanai is hard to beat when it comes to that. And then for privacy and a more authentic Hawaii feel, Kona Village is fantastic on the Big Island as well. And if the client simply wants one of the best luxury experiences in Hawaii with incredible service, the Four Seasons Walalai is always, always, always an easy recommendation. So the key is figuring out what kind of couple you're selling to and then matching them to the right experience. Moving over to families. For families, think about what will drive the decisions. Is it the pool? Is it the beach? Or is it the activities? Grand Wailea, Grand Hyatt Kauai, and the Westin Maui, for example, are excellent pool focus recommendations. Grand Wailea is Maui's iconic family resort. Grand Hyatt Kauai is known for the lazy rivers, the lagoon, the hiking trails, the surfing beach. And then you have the Westin Maui, combines multiple pools, water slide, but it also has an excellent prime location with the Kanapali, within the Kanapali area at the Kanapali Beach. Kanapali Beach is absolutely beautiful, top for all of Hawaii, in my opinion. For beach-focused families, again, keep Westin Maui in mind as well. But other recommendations are also Turtle Bay. They have an amazing surf school on property, only two in the whole world, and one of them is located at Turtle Bay. And different beaches to explore from snorkeling to surfing to kayaking with turtles. And then you have Mauna Kea, which is also one of my favorite beaches in the entire state of Hawaii. One that I keep going back to over and over again because it's just absolutely perfect. And the Four Seasons Oahu Akolina, for example, with its famous calm lagoons, perfect for families with young children. Each of these really offers a strong beach experience, but with a very different feel depending on the client and the island. And then moving on to multi-gen. So multi-gen travel isn't about finding the bigger rooms available. It's also about finding a property where everyone can enjoy the trip in a different way. Um, where grandparents can have a little bit of relaxation, where parents can have a little bit of convenience, and wherever the kids can have a lot of fun as well. So Ritz-Carlton Residences Waikiki works well, in my opinion, because it really gives families space without giving up the Waikiki experience. You're in the middle of everything, but the rooms come with kitchenettes and they give you a little bit of extra space as well. Now, for a VIP client, Espacio is the VIP option for families that are wanting privacy and exclusivity. Is absolutely amazing. You can have the whole pool complex to yourself. You reserve a time, and there's no one else there but you. And you pair that with excellent service, and it's this contradiction of being in the middle of everything in the middle of Waikiki, but also having so much privacy. So it works really well for celebrities or just for anyone that is just looking for extra privacy. Grand Wailea is also excellent for multi-gen, but especially Ho'olei Villas at Grand Wailea, they're ideal for groups that want a residential feel while still having access to full resort experience and amenities as well. And speaking of that residential feel, Kala'i Waikiki offers that same flexibility right at the heart of Honolulu. Our director of product, Joey, and I got to tour their newly renovated rooms in April, and they are absolutely gorgeous. We love the design, and the views are completely amazing. They were finishing their spa while we were visiting as well, so we didn't get to see the final product, but I can tell you what we saw looked incredible. So keep them as one of your top options for multi-gen within Oahu. And then Thermokelani is one of my favorite multi-gen recommendations as well because of the suites and villas. They make it easy for families to stay together without feeling on top of each other. All right, and moving into first time versus return. This is where you can stand out as an advisor. The first ever Hawaii trip and the next one can be completely different decisions. My recommendation is for most first time visitors, you should probably do Oahu and Maui. But for repeat visitors, that's when things can get a little bit interesting. That's when I start introducing the Big Island, Kauai, think volcanoes, manta rays, and experiences that they probably haven't already seen. Okay, Oahu plus Maui. Let's talk about the Oahu plus Maui combination. If someone tells me I've never been to Hawaii before, this is usually where I start. Waikiki gives them that excitement. It feels exotic, but yet it feels familiar. There are restaurants, there's shopping, there's culture, history. Again, really amazing food and iconic Hawaii moments. And then Maui gives them the resort week. Beautiful beaches, luxury resorts, great dining, enough activities to keep them busy without ever feeling rushed. It's easy to sell and it works almost every first time Hawaii traveler. In Waikiki, I would lead with Royal Hawaiian, for example, Halekulani, the Ritz-Carlton residences, and if your client has more time, and honestly, in my opinion, everyone that visits Oahu should also visit the North Shore in Turtle Bay. And to finish on Maui with 4 to 7 nights, leading with the Fairmont Kilani, the Ritz-Carlton Maui, for example, Andaz Maui, or Grand Wailea as well. Moving on to Oahu and the Big Island. Now, for return clients, let's look at Oahu and the Big Island. This is one of my favorite combinations, especially when incorporating Turtle Bay again into the Oahu stay. Ritz-Carlton Turtle Bay gives you Oahu without the Waikiki crowds. It gives you the opportunity to visit the city, but also to be surrounded by nature. And then the Big Island adds volcanoes, lava landscapes, waterfalls, coffee farms, which are so fun to visit as well, and stargazing at Mauna Kea, for example. This feels like Hawaii, but with more adventure. And now passing it over to Danny to please tell us a little bit more about your favorite island combinations as well.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about Maui and Kauai combination. This pairing is all about contrast and is one of my favorite recommendations for couples or second time Hawaii visitors. Maui gives clients the classic resort experience. So think Wailea or Kapalua, beautiful beaches, luxury resorts, and relaxed vacation days. I typically recommend 4 or 5 nights here. Then it's on to Kauai for 3 or 4 nights. I would say 4 nights. Kauai is more dramatic and scenic with lush mountains, waterfalls, and incredible coastline views. I love the one hotel Hanalei Bay. It's actually one of it's my favorite resort in Hawaii for couples, and then Grand Hyatt Kauai for families. You go from resort luxury Maui to breathtaking scenery of Kauai, creating one of the strongest two-island itineraries as well. And then Maui and the Big Island. I use this combination a lot for repeat Maui clients. They already know and love Maui, so I recommend spending 3 or 4 nights there, whether that's returning to Wailea or trying something new like Kapalua or Kanapali for a different side of the island. Then I introduce them to the Big Island, which feels completely different from anything else in Hawaii. Think lava fields, volcanoes, manta rays, black sand beaches, and some of the best state's best luxury resorts. It's a great way to give clients something familiar while still showing them a side of Hawaii that they haven't experienced before. Now we move on to Big Island and Kauai. Just my favorite combination, especially for repeat clients. This is one of our most popular combinations at UJV for well traveled Hawaii clients. The Big Island brings volcanoes, manta rays, black sand beaches, and incredible luxury resorts. And Kauai delivers more dramatic cliffs, waterfalls, and then the stunning Napali coast. One of her favorite pairings is Mauna Lani and the One Hotel Hanalei Bay. They complement each other perfectly and offer two completely different sides of Hawaii. For clients who have already done Maui or Oahu, this is Hawaii on expert mode.
Perfect. And moving into multi-island pacing, just A few notes on the logistics and the operational side. Let's talk about multi-island pacing itself. One mistake I see all the time is that we might do too many islands. My recommendation is that you open with the easier island first, 3 night minimum per island, no less than that. Because if you do less than that, you turn Hawaii into an airport tour, in my opinion, instead of a Hawaii vacation. And then it's great to give clients a little bit of time to settle in and enjoy where they are. Um, and please, please, please use UJV Air. It makes your life easier by booking your inner island flights through UJV. That way, if any issues arise in between islands, within destination at the last minute, you have us on your side, and we're here to help with any last minute delays, any last minute issues as well.
Okay, now let's talk about One Hotel Hanalei Bay, where each property. Oh, now let's talk about where each property fits, starting with the One Hotel Hanalei Bay. If I could use one word to describe this property, it would be wow. The setting is absolutely breathtaking. You have Hanalei Bay on one side, mountains on the other, and some of the most incredible views in Hawaii. It's one of my favorite recommendations for wellness travelers, honeymooners, and milestone trips. The spa is fantastic. They also have an e-bike tour around Princeville that is such a great experience. And sunset at Willina Terrace is a must. It's one of those places where people generally stop what they're doing just to take a look at the view. Especially at sunset, it's beautiful. I celebrated my birthday last year there, and it was great. For clients who prioritize scenery, wellness, and overall experience, this is one of the strongest recommendations in Hawaii. Grand Kayak Kauai. This is probably the easiest family recommendation on Kauai. The pool complex is incredible. It has a lazy river, water slides, saltwater lagoon, and even an adults only pool for parents that are looking to relax. Beyond the pools, guests have easy access to surfing. It's actually one of the best beaches for surfing. And it also has hiking trails, a great spa. So there is truly something for everyone to do. It's one of those resorts where the kids stay entertained all day and the parents actually get to relax.
Yes, and just to add, that is one of the resorts I actually visited while I was in Kauai in April as well. I had my son with me then, and I do have to tell you, 100% support that. I could not get my kid out of the pool. The lazy river has these little caves all around it as well, and we did the hiking trail, which is super easy access from the hotel beach to the left. And the views are incredible because it's like a cliff trail, very easy to navigate and walk as well. And that's coming from me. And believe me, I am completely out of shape. And it was really easy and beautiful and fulfilling. The views are amazing. Just a beautiful thing to do. And moving into the Ritz-Carlton Turtle Bay. Turtle Bay is unlike anything else in Oahu, if I'm honest with you. It's one of my favorite properties there too. You're not just selling a hotel here. Just to put it into perspective, is 1,100 acres of coastline and outdoor adventure. They have these bikes that you can take to explore all around. They have surf lessons, they have horseback riding, they have kayaking, hiking, golf, and miles and miles and miles of untouched shoreline, just right outside your door. This is again one of my favorite recommendations for active travelers, those families and clients that are looking for everyone to have something to do, that have already done Waikiki and they want to experience a different side of Oahu, something completely different from Waikiki and the city itself. The drive alone is beautiful. And the last time I was there, I experienced their kayaking with turtles, for example, and really, really loved it. I think it's a beautiful experience for everyone, for couples, for families, for multi-gen. Um, and they really do have something for everyone there. And then moving over to a quick reference for Maui and Waikiki. Think of this as a cheat sheet. You don't need to memorize every hotel. Just remember the headline. Like for example, Hotel Wailea is perfect for adults. Fairmont Kilani and Orchid, they're sweet hotels and perfect for multi-gen. Grand Wailea is perfect for clients that want a pool. Halekulani is a refined option in Waikiki. Espacio is the property in Waikiki for your high-end VIP clients. And we'll be sending this presentation, by the way, via email afterwards. So I hope that you can use this as a guide.
Okay, why the Big Island now? I could probably spend an hour on this slide, but here are a few reasons why the Big Island keeps moving up on our recommendation list. Mauna Kea just completed a major renovation and it still has one of the best beaches in Hawaii. Mauna Lani continues to be one of the most requested properties, and the new Francis Brown Club has elevated the experience even further. Kona Village offers something completely different, a true sense of place, standalone hills, and one of the most authentic luxury experiences in Hawaii. Four Seasons Walalai remains one of the gold standards for luxury in Hawaii, with exceptional service and loyal repeat clients. And Fairmont Orchid continues to deliver tremendous value for the Kohala Coast, especially for families and multi gen travelers. The luxury lineup on this island is incredible right now. If you haven't been recommending the Big Island, now it's the time. So, the Big Island portfolio, these are the three very different experiences. Mauna Kea for beach lovers, Mauna Lani for design and service, Fairmont Orchid for value within luxury. Knowing that distinction helps you make the right recommendation quickly. Moving on to what's new. Mauna Kea, coming out of the big renovation this year, this is Hawaii royalty. It's one of the best beaches in the state, brand new spa, no resort fee, which is rare in Hawaii, and some of the best manta ray experiences anywhere in Hawaii. It's a classic that's feeling fresh again. Mauna Lani is the property I keep talking about every visit. The design is beautiful. Canoe House remains one of the best dining experiences in Hawaii. And this year they opened the Francis Brown Club, which has really elevated the guest experience. Club guests can enjoy a dedicated concierge, daily breakfast, all day chef created bites and beverages, reserved pool seating, and priority access to experiences around the resort. It's not just a lounge, it's a true resort within a resort concept. Can be added to any room category, and you can reach out to your UJV person for more information. This is actually huge in Hawaii because when you come back from an excursion or an activity or you're out and about and you come back to the resort, especially if you have kids, having that access to the club gives you that luxury to, have the kids grab a bite and just relax as soon as you come back from that excursion. So I think it's a great add-on, especially Mauna Lani, since they carry a lot of families.
That is correct. I got to visit this during my last visit as well. And just to piggyback on what Danny said, they have this huge selection of candy as well. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for many parents, but it was so much fun to see the kids walking there and the little faces, light up. And they even have like things that the clients can grab before their excursion. Just quick grab bites that they can take with them. So it's a really, really good experience. So thank you so much, Sandy, for that. Moving on to why these two amazing properties on the Big Island work well for multi-gen. When somebody says 10 people, three generations, for example, and different interests, I immediately think of the Big Island. The inventory works. They have tons of connecting rooms. They have separate adults-only pools. If needed, they have activities for everyone, not only at the hotel level, but around the island itself. The Big Island has so much to offer and so many things to do around. And I know we mentioned some of them from snorkeling, and the manta ray experience at night is absolutely amazing, very different from what you see in other sides of the world. The Mauna Kea Summit is amazing for stargazing as well. And, quick fact, since it's one of the tallest mountains in the world, you have to stop midway to kind of acclimate before you continue to go up. It's just a really, really nice experience. They have waterfalls, they have Volcanoes National Park, which I think everyone that goes to the Big Island should see. So again, the activities work for multi-gen, and everyone can really have their own experience during the day, and they can still come together at night over dinner.
Okay, UJV Air, our shameless plug. Use UJV Air. Inter-island flights look easy until a schedule change. Having everything booked and managed together makes a huge difference. So to give you an idea, from Honolulu to Maui is about 50 minutes. Honolulu, which is Oahu, to the Big Island, it's about 35 minutes. Honolulu to Kauai, it's about 45 minutes. Maui to Kona, which is a Big Island, 45 minutes. And then Maui to Kauai, about 55 minutes.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. And now for the fun part. We have three incredible Hawaii trips that are up for grabs right now. And honestly, I would be happy, happy, happy to win any of them for myself. The top three Hawaii producers between May 1st and July 31st will each get to select a trip in order of production. The first option is our Big Island plus Kauai trip. Mauna Kea, Manulani, and One Hotel Hanalei Bay, arguably one of the strongest luxury Hawaii itineraries that we sell at UJV. The second is our Maui trip, which stays at the Ritz-Carlton Kapalua, Fairmont Kilani, and the Hokupa Tower at the Westin Maui. And the third is our Oahu trip, featuring Turtle Bay, the Ritz-Carlton residences in Waikiki, and the iconic Royal Hawaiian. So three winners, three incredible itineraries, and hopefully a little extra motivation to book Hawaii this summer. Moving into Earn Not Bot, as you know, this is one of the most exciting incentives that we've ever offered at UJV. 14 nights across St. Bart's, Paris, in South Africa. Earn Not Bot, the leaderboard is updated now, so please feel free to check your standing, and hopefully we'll see some of you there. And we have one more webinar in our webinar series. I hope you can join us next month for our closing Hawaii webinar. On the next webinar, we'll focus on actual bookings, offers that are currently active, and strategies for closing business before the end of the year. So please mark your calendars, July 23rd. And thank you all for spending your time with us today. We love talking Hawaii, so please don't be shy. Drop your questions in the chat and let's build some amazing itineraries together. All right, perfect. Let's see some of the ones you already have here. I wasn't aware UJV does air. Do you book economy from AC to Maui? Yes, you can reach out to your UJV representative with your request, and they will be able to give you a quote. Do most clients rent cars? Well, in Kauai. What about the other islands, Oahu, etc.? My recommendation is to always rent a car when in Hawaii. Kauai, absolutely. There is so much to explore. Um, from the Waimea Canyon to hikes to the Napali coast as well. So my recommendation is yes, always rent a car. Oahu, I will absolutely rent a car in Oahu. If you're staying in Waikiki, you don't actually need a car, I would say. But the island is so beautiful, it's worth exploring. So even if you don't rent a car for your whole stay in Oahu, I would rent a car for a few days so I can go explore other sides of the island as well. Um, Tide's restaurant is amazing. It's over water. You can reserve well in advance. The separate table on a platform over water. Beautiful. Thank you for that, Victoria. Let's see. Ritz-Carlton, Turtle Bay. How long to Waikiki? I believe the drive is just a little bit over an hour. It's not bad at all, and it is a beautiful, beautiful drive. So in my opinion, if I'm honest with you, there's so many beautiful beaches that you can stop at on the way to Turtle Bay, that you can take a little bit longer than that if you are planning to stop and admire the beauty. But if you're going straight from Waikiki to Turtle Bay, you can make it in just a little bit over an hour. Perfect, perfect. Any other questions? No, thank you. Thank you so much for your time and thank you for joining us today. We love talking Hawaii and we really, really appreciate your attendance. If you have any questions, please do feel free to reach out. We're here for you for whatever you need. Thank you all for tuning in today.
And